to tell us more about why he opted to be the very first Scottish Edge winner to sponsor an award. So please give a very warm welcome to Jamie Burns of Ailsa Reliability Solutions.
Hi everyone, thank you Evelyn. I'm going to do a wee bit different because I get totally ADHD and I can't stand in one place for too long. So I'll probably be moving about, so hopefully that's okay for everybody. So the people might be saying, who am I, what am I doing here? And some of the people in the audience that know me are probably wondering what I'm actually going to say. Some of them will be a wee bit scared maybe, but that's alright, it's going to be okay. So, hugely privileged to be here and actually stand in front of all you guys and tell my story. And would like to thank the guys at Scottish Edge, because if it wasn't for them I probably wouldn't be here. I maybe would be, but it would have taken me a lot longer, that's for sure. So what the Edge team do is absolutely outstanding, and I'll go into that a little bit more kind of towards the end. But being able to give something back to the Edge for me was amazing, and being in a position to be able to do that was just, it was actually really, really rewarding for me. But I would like to give a big hand to the guys for the Edge, because without them, none of us would be here. So before I go in and start speaking about myself and my business and everything else like that, I want to try and kind of connect with the audience a wee bit. So what better way of doing that than a competition? So can you put the next slide up for us please, Ross, could you? So, who can guess what that means? GB and HYC. And I'm going to go out to the audience because I want you to start guessing, and I've got prizes. Right, so if somebody can get it, they get a hat and a book and a pen. Right? And anybody that follows us on LinkedIn will know how precious these things are. Right? There's people all over the world wearing them. And so if you can get it right, you get one. And even if you get it close, if you get close enough, you might get one as well. So is there anybody who'd like to be the first person to guess?
Give back and help your community.
For God's sake! Well, that's me, but I think we've been 20 minutes, been about 15 now. So yes, so that's the purpose that I'm here, is to give back and help our community. Because it's something that I'm hugely passionate about, and when I get the opportunity, I spoke to Kevin and I said I wanted to try and give something back to the Edge, and he said to me, oh, you can maybe get involved in judging and you can maybe kind of help out with some of the things. And I said, well, what about sponsoring an award? And I think we had a bit of shock, Kennedy. Are you sure? Because it's obviously £10,000, it's quite a lot of money, and it's not as if I'm a millionaire yet. But get to get that, everybody, because hopefully it's coming. So it was a challenge for us, but because how much I believe in this competition, it was worth that challenge. And then realising that we're the first ever to do it, right? So the PR they're away. So I didn't realise that at the time. If I'd known at the time, I would have definitely done it. So yeah, so the PR has been great, but it's really been able to actually sponsor an award. And obviously the award that we sponsored was an engineering-led one, which an engineering and innovation, that's what we said, because it's things that we're passionate about. So being able to give somebody that little step up and a little bit of a help within that, it was a no-brainer for me. And then Kane was saying to me at the time, so Kane's our other director, who's not here, he's actually at the Rangers game tonight. Because that was the original plan before I knew this was on, we had recorded Box and Rangers. So I'm here with you guys, and they're sitting watching, hopefully Rangers win. Right, but so the Kane was like, can we really afford that just now? And I said, we can't afford it. I say, but the other thing I'll say is that £10,000 will be the best 10,000 we've ever spent in PR, right? Because we're meant to stand here in front of all you guys, and I think it's live streamed as well, isn't it? It's online, talking about our business, our journey, and being able to do that and give back and help our community. Because I don't see enough of that nowadays. Just get lots and lots of people and business out there that are getting, right? Getting. But I don't see as many giving back. So that's one thing that we're hugely passionate about, is trying to give back. So that's a little bit on that. So now what I want to do is tell you a wee bit about me. So I'm going to talk about me personally first of all. So I think it's good for you to understand the person, then we'll talk about the business, then we'll talk about the journey. So the person, who am I? So I'm Jamie Burns. I am the Managing Director and Founder of Wales Reliability Solutions. I'm divorced, I've got 2 kids of my own, I've got 4 inherited children, I've got 5 dogs. Right. So I started my business to actually get a wee bit of right, to be honest with you. So my oldest boy, so he's actually in America doing a football scholarship. So in my house right now there's me, my missus, 5 kids and 5 dogs. So at least all the kids are happy they've got one each. The things you do for your children. But one of the things that when I was talking to different people about coming up here tonight, and I'm saying, is like, tell them what you love doing. I'm like, well, I love spending time out and about my dogs. Right? That's what I love doing. I like going running, I like doing all this kind of stuff. But my kind of happy place is out with my dogs. And so, to give a bit of thing on it, I've got the mum, she had 9 pups, and we decided to keep 3. So I've currently right now got 3 pups that are 6 months old. So my life is crazy. So I love going out with them, and probably the favourite place I've got that I take them is Irvine Beach Park. I don't know, does anybody in here know Irvine Beach Park at all? Hands up. Right, a few people. So you know what the dragon is? Right? You walk up to the dragon and you can see Hills of Craig in the background. Well, it's a nice day. And that just gives me a bit of inspiration, and it makes me remember why I did this and why I started the business and all that kind of stuff. And I get to see my dogs running about, mental. And you're going, that's a great life. You just run about, sniff at things, be in things, right? Sniff at dogs. You've not got a care in the world. Love life. So that's my kind of wee retreat where I just go out with the dogs, let them do their thing, and I get a bit of time to kind of myself and reflect on a lot of stuff. But I think everybody that's starting up a business or scaling a business, you need to have a happy place. And that's mine. So I thought I was going to share that with everybody, plus the fact that everybody then realises how my life actually is. So that's good. So the next bit for me is I'm going to show you a wee video. And it's a video about the business and a bit about the journey of the business. But then I'll talk about it a bit more on how we've kind of got to where we are now. So Ross, you okay to play that, please? Oh, but sorry, but just before it goes, I don't want the copyrights to this music. Right? just in case anybody tries to sue me. Right? But there's a reason behind it as well. So, right, carry on, Ross.
At Wales Reliability Solutions, we are a purpose-led business with a clear focus on saving clients money and having a positive impact on the planet. We do this by eliminating unplanned downtime and reducing wasted energy in clients' key and critical processes. Using innovative thinking and cutting-edge technology, we will monitor, manage and mitigate risks of failure to key and critical items of electrical and mechanical plant and assets. We understand that these assets are embedded within the DNA of any organisation, ensuring they can run their operations as effectively, efficiently and profitably as possible. Our services and solutions act as a boost to the immune system of these organisations, allowing us to identify, measure, monitor, understand, negate and evaluate risks of failure to this key and critical items of plant. To help boost this immune system, we created our own software platform called Ailsa Vision. Ailsa Vision is unique as it's specifically designed to meet the challenges our clients told us they had with regards to the embedding of digital technologies across their site. The system will pull data and information through from any downstream technology, displaying it on one easy to use and understand dashboard, meaning our clients can monitor their equipment without the need to understand complex spectrums and graphs. As well as this, with the right technology downstream, the system will identify any wasted energy and these sometimes high energy consumption pieces of equipment. We work with some of the elite players in the oil and gas, manufacturing, energy from waste, pharmaceutical and renewable sectors, as we understand that downtime is critical in all of these operations and can cost into the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds per day, meaning our services and solutions can show some real, tangible value to these sectors. Back in September 2020, when most of the world was just thinking about coming out of lockdown, I decided to start up the Ailsa business. Since then, we have moved in leaps and bounds. We're now up to a team of 18 and just turned over 1.4 million in our last financial year. Multi-award winning, we're now starting to look at our international growth, taking our services and solutions to the global marketplace. None of this would have been achievable without winning the Scottish Edge. Winning the Edge was instrumental in the boost that we needed for the growth of the organisation, and the network of people we have had access to has been unrivaled. Thank you very much.
Did you like that? Very good. Want to see Andrew up there? Alright, Andrew, put your hand up. Andrew made that. Then get somebody off the street to talk about it. So, I said there was a bit of a reason behind the backing music. So, there's two reasons behind it. The first one is that's mine, my missus' song, so in case she's watching that, get down the coach like a home. But the second one is, and this is the reason why it's her song, because she says that that's me, you're always trying to rule the world. So, but I think in every entrepreneur and everybody who's scaling a business, there's a bit of you, everybody might not be wanting to rule the world, but I think everybody's got something that they're driven for and trying to make a difference or trying to have an impact. Because you don't do this because it's great fun, right? It's good fun on the road because it's hard work. So there's something in everybody that's making you want to do this. So everybody in this room that stood up on this stage, by the way, how scary is it up here? Right? Who's up here last week? Get your hand up. Everybody scared? I'm still scared to do it, I'm not even pitching for anyone. I'm still scared me for the last time. But you're up here, there's something within us that makes us different. Right? It's given us a drive to try and take on challenges that most people don't want to take on. So yeah, that's my wee song. And when somebody phones me, that's what actually my ringtone. So it reminds me that all the madness and everything I'm doing in my life's actually for a reason. So quick, I'll try and be quick, I don't know how long I'll be left, but how long have I got left, Kev? Alright, that's alright. I'll keep going then until somebody ticks me off. So, my entrepreneurial journey, so people always ask me about this, was always entrepreneurial, so the answer to that's probably yes. When I was probably around 12, 13, my mum and dad had split up, and I always wanted nice things, I wanted nice trainers and all that kind of stuff. And I wish Sir Tom was here because I could maybe have poached a couple of pairs of them. But I always wanted to have nice stuff, and I said to my mum, oh, I want these trainers. He's like, son, I just don't have the money for them. I just can't afford them. So that stage I went, right, I'm going to make my own money and I'm going to buy myself these trainers. So I did that and I went out and had a paper run in the morning and then developed that into doing the evening times. Is evening times even still out? Is that still my thing? Right, so I used to get like the morning papers and then evening times at night, and then must have been good at account management, because then I got those evening times people to then buy bacon off me. Right? So I was a bacon boy for ages. So I was a paper boy then, the paper and bacon boy. But then I ended up really scaling it up and I started doing confectionery. Right? So remember the wee snack packets that you used to pick in your kids' play pieces? Right? So I used to sell them to folk along with my bacon and everything. So did this and business was booming. And I brought my pal in. And then I realised at that point you really need to be able to trust the people you're in business with. Right? Because we went down on Monday to start the run and his big brother, I think he was on the wacky-wacky, and ate all stock. so my confectionery business very quickly plummeted and I realised that you really need to make sure you go into business with the right kind of people. And my pal didn't tell me, his brother certainly didn't tell me, and I'm round there and I'm left with some unhappy kids with no pleepies. So I did that, did lots of other kind of jobs as my career progressed. Door-to-door canvassing, worked out very good at that. I'm an electronic engineer to trade, but I was always a kind of sales guy as well. So I did a lot of kind of door-to-door stuff, even sold the Provi. End up with the Provi. Provi, right? So for those that haven't, Provi didn't used to give you money if you dealt with and charge you lots of interest. So they did that, and also sold Kirby Hoovers. So who's old enough in here? Let's see if you're old enough to put your hand up that you know what a Kirby Hoover is. Well done. Right. So all the ones that didn't put their hand up, you can't believe what you missed. Right. So a Kirby Hoover, I sold these in 1997, and back then they were, I think they were £1,400 a Hoover. Right? £1,400. I was selling 20 of these a week, a month. And became the top salesperson for them, blah blah blah, pyramid sales. But back at that time, I was about like between years because I sold my gran one, my auntie one. Right? And at the time, I didn't understand the pros and cons of finance. All I knew was I got a wee bit extra money if I sold the finance agreement on it, and my poor gran, she's still paying for it. I think the Hoover's still going as well. But yeah, I then kind of moved my career around and through sales jobs, customer account management, contract management, ops management, then into P&L roles. And before I started Ailes Reliability Solutions, I ran 7 business units covering the whole of the world, doing basically firefighting. So a large motor or generator or something like that would break down in a power station or an oil platform. We got a phone call, send a bunch of guys to it, go and fix it. You're great guys, cheers, see you later. But everything was dead stressful and the environmental impact was massive because you're flying people all over the world, and I'm going, there must be an easier way than this. So I decided that we were going to try and tell people it was coming, to save the stress and the people, to save all the wasted energy in so many different ways, and to help them save a lot of money. So I've seen a gap in the market and thought, do you know what, why not give it a go? At the time, back to the divorce bit, me and my missus had split up, so I was only at that point. She had a new house, she had the kids, they had a roof over their head. So I'm going, what am I doing? I'm gambling my house and my time, and decided to go and give it a go. So I started the business with my 3 months loo money and a dream. and took that dream and a bit of paper as a business plan to an asset management company and said, I want to buy a 45 grand camera. And the guy's like, what for? I'm going to show you, I've told them all about it and everything else. But anyway, I managed to get that money. But the guy that thought it was a camera that was about this size, right? He didn't realise it was just a wee tiny camera because of the price of it. And that was the start of the Ailes Reliability journey. And what we did, so that was obviously September 2020, and got the camera in December 2020, just before Christmas. So honestly, you talk about a winning Christmas when you've got a new bit of kit for your business. That was literally it. That was my only bit of kit for my business. So I was like, I don't wear, I'm sitting playing with my camera on Christmas Day. It was great fun. So anyway, I managed to get six customers that were signed up to do a presentation and a demo for it in January. And then the second lockdown came in. So I managed to get one of them. Right? And that was a guy, back to the... Gosh, put the next slide up, please, mate. Back to that. So this was a guy that I gave a job to when he left the Navy. And I subsequently actually had to sack him. But I treated him that well during that process, right, that he was an engineering manager at a recycling plant. And he reached out to me and said, Jamie, I see you started up on your own, can you come in and tell me what you're doing? He said, because you helped me out, he says, and the one thing I know that I'll get out of you is the truth. So if you're coming in with a solution you say will be good for me, then I want to see it. So I didn't see him, so out of the 6 that I had, he was the only one that could still get me in his plant. The other 5 had shut the doors because of the lockdown. Got me in, showed me the technology, thought it was awesome, and managed to get a contract out. So I got a contract for a year out of him for £18,000 and he paid me up front. Yeah. So that, absolutely amazing. So that got us going. So then in January 2021, it was round 16 of the Edge that I went in for, and got to the semi-finals with my dream and my camera. Right? And then that was, but I got the, not yet. What's it say? No, it's not a no, it's a not yet. So at that point in time, it was my desire and passion to win the Scottish Edge. So I waited until I had my business in a state that we could go for it, went for it in round 20 and won it. And that was instrumental for the business, where the business is today. And yes, you win the money, right? The money's great, but it's the network. So if I can finish off with a few things, is the people that are winners tonight, whether you're a winner or you're not yet, take advantage of the network that the Edge gives you. I mean, I've met loads of great people. You get John, the guys from the Royal Bank Accelerator, all the guys from RPS. You've got various different programmes that are now on for entrepreneurs and stuff like that. That's all came from here. But you're the ones that will have to go out and make that happen, because it doesn't just come to you. So you're going to have a relationship manager, hang in with them and see what you need. I mean, poor Kevin would meet that who does, right? He used to bust his chops all the time. Can you put me in front of this person, that person? But that's what you need to do, and it makes a huge, huge difference to the. I mean, I'm now speaking to people that I would never ever have dreamt of, and that's all been influenced from winning this competition. So that, and the other thing is that, right? It costs nothing. I've got to say a good guy, don't forget to say that, but it costs nothing to be, for me, a good guy. And try and give back wherever you can. Because I'm a huge believer in, you keep giving back, then there's a good chance that when you need something, somebody will help you. Thank you very much for listening to me.